Hey YouTube, Victor here with alltimegreats.blog, your rookie card resource. Well, the primary focus of this channel is all things rookie cards. We look at its past and present day status, all in an effort to preserve the future of this cultural icon. Well, today I'd like to respond to a question that I received from one of my viewers, Dr. Exclusive. He asked, what are your thoughts on the Eric Lindros rookie card? Beckett acknowledges that his 1990 scorecard as his true rookie, but he's pictured in his Oshawa Generals uniform from Junior League. This question caught my attention because I recall the popularity of Eric Lindros back in the early 90s, but I must confess that hockey and hockey cards are not one of my strongest genres of sports cards, but I am intrigued by it, and that's how come I press in to do my homework. This is why I lean into certain YouTube channels. Now, I haven't found too many YouTube channels that specifically teach about hockey cards, but I have found a couple. Sports Cards Live by Jeremy is perhaps one of the greatest YouTube channels in my opinion. If you are not plugged into this channel, do yourself a favor and subscribe to that channel. He comes out with content on Saturday nights and he does it live, and it's must-see TV. Another channel that I like is Because I'm Carlos. Carlos has a fantastic channel himself and is deeply versed in hockey cards. They are great channels that feature great hockey content. With that said, let's take a look at Eric Lindros.
Eric Lindros' nickname was the Big E. Barefooted, he stood at 6'4", 240 pounds. Now I can only imagine what he looked like when you included the skates, shoulder pads, and helmet. He probably looked like a modern-day giant. But what made his game unique was he had a big man physical presence with the agility and finesse of a smaller hockey player. Now there was a bit of controversy when he entered into the NHL. He was drafted by the Quebec Nordiques in the 1991-92 season. But Lindros refused to play for them, and many hockey fans and Canadians took exception to this. Lindros took a lot of heat for making that decision, but later set the record straight by saying he regretted not being more clear. His issue was not against the Quebec Canadians, but it was a stance against not playing for the owner of the Quebec Nordiques' franchise. So he refuses to play the entire 91-92 season and eventually gets traded to the Flyers. We're going to look at his 1990 score card, number 440. Important dates I want us to remember as we move forward. First, I want us to understand that in the 1991 season, he signed an exclusive contract with Score while playing for the Oshawa Generals, which is a minor league team. Also, in 1991-92, he was drafted by the Quebec Nordiques, but refuses to play for them. And lastly, I want us to remember the 1992-93 season, where he made his NHL debut with the Philadelphia Flyers. As a side note, I also want us to understand that all of Lindros' rookie cards fall into the junk wax era. Now, everyone loves the junk wax era because it brought about competition between the card manufacturers. But it's this competition is the reason why things began to spiral out of control with the rookie card. The rookie card boom of the 1980s caused a mad dash to be the first card manufacturer to feature the rookies. Topps issued their extended sets to feature rookies, and then Score ends up signing Lindros under an exclusive contract in 1990, and he wasn't even drafted into the NHL yet. And this gave Score exclusive printing rights to Eric Lindros' cards. Score, excited to be making their hockey debut, had a brilliant idea. Let's release a Score set for Canada. So they released this Score Canadian set, which mimics the American version in every aspect. A quick way to tell the difference is in the color of the Score logo on the card front. The American version is in blue, and the Canadian version is in red. Oddly enough, both versions were printed in the US, but the Canadian version does offer French translations. Hobby publications have determined that both of these cards are Lindros' only rookie cards. But here's where it starts to get interesting. I want us to take a look at the 1990 Score traded card of Eric Lindros. Now, Score was making the most of their investment, and they added Lindros cards in everything they made, even this baseball card from the Score rookie traded set. Now, Eric was a legit two-sport athlete who batted over 400 in high school and was given a tryout by the Toronto Blue Jays, and that's what's featured here. In its day, this was a very popular card in the hobby and still holds a decent amount of nostalgia factor for collectors of this era. But here's where we begin to see a good example of the shenanigans that card manufacturers would play against each other. The 1990-91 Upper Deck card number 473. The result of these shenanigans, well, consumer confusion. Some collectors thought because this is a 1990 card and it features Eric Lindros, well, this is a rookie card too. But not exactly. The competitive shenanigans of Upper Deck decided to feature Lindros in this card, but not as a standalone card, but as a member of Team Canada World Junior Championship, along with Chris Draper and Steve Rice. Now, the caption on the back of the card is Canada's Captains. So you know, they technically didn't violate Score's exclusive contract. Wink, wink. Next, we'll take a look at the 1991-92 Upper Deck. Allegedly, feeling confident that they found a loophole, Upper Deck featured yet another card of Lindros the following season. This time, a standalone card in a Team Canada jersey. And for good measure, let's feature him with the great one on the card back. So you know, technically speaking, all is good. And the last card I want to show you is this 1992-93 Upper Deck, card number 88. Well, Score's exclusive contract was only for a couple of years. Now, it's the 1992-93 season, and Lindros enters the NHL. And now he's fair game for any card manufacturer who holds an NHL license. Upper Deck, desperate to feature Lindros in a Flyers uniform as quickly as possible, released this card, but did a Photoshop hack job by applying his head to another player on the Flyers roster. This is just kind of creepy to me, but a procedure that has been common practice in card manufacturing. However, today the Players Association has deemed this practice as unacceptable. Just goes to show you how far card manufacturers will go to be the first to feature the card of a potential star rookie. One thing I do love about this 1992-93 Upper Deck is that the card number matches the jersey number. That's a nice touch. Now, to answer the question posed by my viewer, Dr. Exclusive, if we look at these cards through the lens of today's standards, or by way of the 10 commandments of the rookie card, we're going to see commandment number 2, where it says a rookie card can only be released after a player has made a pro level roster. Also, commandment number 9 states cards depicting players in minor league uniforms shall not be considered a rookie card. By today's standards, this would make his 1992-93 Upper Deck the true rookie card. But I want you to know that what I'm about to say next, I've given a lot of thought.
For now, I think that we would err to try to implement the rookie card standards of today onto the rookie cards of yesteryear. We should not try to rewrite history. My stance at the moment is cards prior to 2005 are considered the Wild Wild West. As collectors navigated through the influx of products available and the shenanigans played by card manufacturers, well, the dust settled, and the rookie cards were recorded in hobby publications and in the hearts and minds of collectors. But I will say, if a card is not deemed as a rookie card, perhaps the 10 commandments of the rookie card can help us understand why it's not deemed as a rookie card. So as the rookie cards of Eric Lindros goes, which was prior to 2005, the hobby and hobby publications deemed the 1990 Score and the 1990 Score Canadian as his true rookie cards. I don't see any evidence that says otherwise, and to speculate conspiracy would be like urinating against the wind. The real foul here is the exclusive contracts given to players by card manufacturers. That's what crippled the creativity of competitors. You know what I'd love to see? I'd love to see all the cards that we just reviewed tonight as great cards to collect of a great Hall of Famer. This is why I dislike the term junk wax, but this is a topic for another day. True, these cards of Eric Lindros have little value, but being aware of the backstory and all the little nuances that go with it, I have a greater appreciation for these cards. And that's the takeaway that I'd like for us to have on this video. I have several copies of all of his score cards, but now I'm really wanting the 1992-93 Upper Deck, just for the sake of conversation, just for the sake of having the understanding of what went on. Well, that's going to be all for me today. Be sure to always learn, collect, and enjoy, and remember to stay positive and test negative. I'll catch you on the next one.